Yo, 3 of my favorite accessories that I would definitely buy again, no hesitation. First one is the VB212 by SmallRig. Now I own 2 VB99s and I shoot a lot of events. So usually I can get by with 1 VB99, maybe 1.5. There was one shoot that I almost ran out both of them. The one thing that I didn't like was having to switch batteries in between, and I missed shots. One of the performers hopped off the stage and he was in the crowd doing his thing, and I had to go switch batteries because my V-mount died, and the internal battery, I probably could have did it, but everything was just kind of going with a flow, so I figured I might as well just go swap the V-mount instead of trying to depend on that, then have that internal battery die, so on and so forth. Buying this VB212 is probably one of the best decisions that I prolonged for whatever reason. The battery's not cheap, and I did catch it on sale, but at this point I'd buy it at full price. I wanted to buy it at full price then, but I just found so many other things that I could buy. This time I would not do that. I would just spend the full price and just buy the battery. And the reason being is because the peace of mind when I'm shooting. I don't even have to think about battery life. I went about 8 or 9 days without even charging the battery, or without even thinking to charge the battery, and I still had 40% left. Now within that 8-9 days, I did 4 shoots, heavy 4K 60, even some interviews, and I didn't even think about it. Like I said, I ended the 9 days with 40%, and then I just went and charged the battery just because I had like a week off, and I just it don't make no sense to let the battery sit. Like, I exhausted it to the capacity that I could within the time frame, and I might as well just go and charge the battery. So I did my normal routine of the church and whatever events I had. This past weekend, I just shot a wedding, and I started shooting about 9:50, 10 o'clock. We'll call it 10 o'clock for the sake of the video, but I'm pretty sure it was closer, or it was 9:50 that I hit record, and pretty much the day started from that point. It was a doc style sort of situation for the wedding. I shot the whole thing 7K open gate. There is a few shots that are shot in 7K 60, which is not open gate, but the whole day I shot 7K open gate. I ended the day, or I stopped shooting around 9:30, 9:35, somewhere in that ballpark, because we had to do the send off. And after that, I was pretty much done. When I ended the night, I was at 49%. So I shot close to 12 hours. Didn't think about battery life once. Not one time. So this is by far one of the best purchases I've ever made, and I would not hesitate to do it again. And it'd probably be one of the first things that I get, just because I value being able to just stay in the game. So next on the list is the 24-70, which I'm actually using to shoot this video right now. I have 2 videos on the 24-70, but it's one of my favorite purchases because while I do love primes for what I do in the event space, things just happen so fast. It's unpredictable. If I have on a prime lens, either I'm gonna have to jump back or I'm gonna have to jump forward to get a certain shot if I need to, get something close or get something far, or somebody saying something to the camera. I just love the lens for the versatility of what I do. Now, if I was doing more controlled stuff like I used to, then I would stick to primes, not even a question. But for the event videography, between this 24-70 and the 70-200, and mainly I stay with this just so I can get my wides if I'm doing somebody talking, and then I can get my compression shots if I need to at 70, 50, whatever I want to do. I just love the versatility of the lens. Now with these, I like that I can plug them to my camera like a typical set of mics, but I like the little cell phone adapter. I found a lot of use in that when I want to get ideas off for voiceovers or just any idea for that matter, and I want to speak it. While the iPhone quality is pretty good for what it is into my voice notes, I actually like plugging this mic into my phone and getting the audio that way, and just having a notch better quality when I record my voiceovers. And I don't have to re-record them. It's not just an idea. It could be like a raw sort of thing, and it just has a different feel to it. You know, that's something that I didn't think that I would like as much. I actually didn't even think that I would use that thing at all, but I was out one time and I was recording a video, or recording a voiceover, and I just had the thought, and I said, you know what, let me plug this up and, you know, test it out. And when I listened back to it, I love the idea that I had, but I also love the way that it sounded coming through these mics. So yeah, that was a sleeper pick because, like I said, I just wasn't expecting that. So there you have it, 3 accessories I would definitely not hesitate to buy again. If you're interested, there will be links in the description. But before I get to rambling, like and subscribe for the good vibes.